Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh ya jamii. Today we will be doing the week 8 CA math CA quiz. So for the first question, we need to find the area of the trapezoid. So the rule for finding the area of the trapezoid is first base plus second base over 2. All of that multiplied by the height. So if we apply this rule, we have 30 plus 58, because don't forget this plus this is going to be the bottom, the larger base, over 2. All of that multiplied by the height, which is 24. And if we put that into the calculator, we will get 58 over 2 times 20. We'll get the answer 1056. Okay. For the next question, it's simple. Area of a square is equal to side times side. And we all know that a square has all equal sides, and it says in the question that one of the sides is equal to 10. So 10 times 10 is equal to 100. Next question. Area of rectangle equals to length times width. They gave us here length and width. Multiply them, we'll get the answer. Area of triangle, the rule for it, area of triangle, base times height over 2. So يعني 10, area of triangle is equal to 10, which is the base, times the height, which is 6, over 2, we'll get 30. So for this, there is a specific rule for equilateral triangles. For equilateral triangles is equal to side squared radical 3, all of it over 4. That's our rule. So they gave us the side that is 40, so 40 squared, square root 3 over 4. And if we solve it, we'll get 400 square root 3, but they just want the k, which is 400. Area of parallelogram, similar to the rectangle, it's area of parallelogram is equal to base times height. Okay, so you multiply this with this, you'll get the answer, which is 60. Let's skip it because we don't have it in the CA. This, it's simple. So they gave us here Pn equals to 3n minus 1. And now here they want what's the value of P1 and P7. So first we have to find these values. So for P1, we're gonna replace the n by 1. Instead of Pn, it's P1 is equal to 3 times 1 minus 1, which will be equal to 2. Okay, and for P7, same thing, 3, but instead of the n, you put the 7 minus 1. It's equal to 20. And then they said the question, what's P1? It says here, what's P1 plus P7? The answer, you add these two, you're gonna get 22. Okay, on to the next question. Now for this, our teacher said it's one of the difficult questions, but it's actually easy. So they're saying that this rectangle A, B, C, D, the area of it is 18 square units, and PQ are half of the thing. Yeah, we have this rectangle, the area of it is 18. These are the midpoints. Wait. So now in question 9, they're asking to find the value of x, which is the area of this. The area of this parallelogram. They want us to find this, which is equals to x. So they're saying that this is equal to 18. The area of this rectangle ABCD is equal to 18. So length of the rectangle, this rectangle, length times width of this rectangle, specifically this rectangle, is equal to 18. Now, to find the area of the parallelogram, we know that the area of the parallelogram is equal to the base times height. So يعني the height of the parallelogram is this, P to Q, and we know يعني it's the same as the width, which is AB or DC. So يعني it's gonna be equal, so area of parallelogram, it's gonna be equal to the same width, okay, times, and the length, which is these two. Wait, let me remove it. So the length, or these two, these are the length, okay, or the bases, عفوا. So the bases are or they said this is the midpoints, right? So they are the base is equal to 0.5 of L, 0.5 of length. So now we have base of the parallelogram and the height. So we'll do the same rule, but now we'll substitute with the numbers. So the height again was width. Okay, so it's gonna be 0.5 length times width. Now, what's different from this? The difference is that here is 0.5. Instead of only length times width, is 0.5 times L times width. So it's going to be instead of length times width, which we know the value of is 18, is equal to 18. So substitute this with 18. 0.5 times 18, 9. equals to 9. Next question. Skip this because we don't have it. Okay, this. Okay, so for this question, it's asking us to find the average speed, meaning the velocity of the train between 9:30 and 11:30. Okay, so here's 9:30, here's 11:30. So to find the average speed, which is velocity, it's equals to v delta d over delta t. Delta meaning final minus initial. And then next step is to take the final distance, which is here. This is the final time, so final distance 300 minus the initial distance, which is here 150, over all of that over 11:30, so it's 11.5 hours minus 9:30, which is 9.5 hours, which is equal, if you simplify, 150 over 2, which is equal to 75. Okay, next one, same rule, v delta d over delta t, same rule. So now they're asking, the difference is they're asking 7 and 9:30. Okay, 9:30 here, 7 is here. So v is equal to d final, which is this 150, minus d initial, which is 0, so just, yeah, that's okay. And then t final, which is 9.5, minus t initial, which is 7, is equal 150 over 2.5, which is equal to 60. Okay, next question. Okay, for this question, it's saying here that we need to find the maximum speed, which is this, like, see this spot, this is the maximum speed, because it says in the question it accelerates, yeah, never mind. Okay, so for this question, it says train started from rest at 7. It accelerated for 5 minutes to reach this speed, which we don't know. They gave us a variable. The train maintained the speed. It stayed at the speed here for how long? For 45 minutes. Then it decelerated for 10 minutes. Here is 10 minutes. To reach speed 0. So here is 0. Okay. The distance traveled during the entire hour is 63. So the distance in the entire travel is 63. So now they're asking, what is the maximum speed attained during the trip? So we know that 63, or maybe we don't, that's why we're watching this video. We have 63, which is the distance traveled during the entire trip. and 63, the distance, not the velocity, the distance throughout the travel is equal to area of the shape, which is in our case a trapezoid. So area of the trapezoid is equal to 63. Okay, and since we have the area, we know like the rule for the, what are we trying to find in this trapezoid exactly? We're trying to find, so we have the base here, one of the bases, the second base, the height. Okay, so we know the area of the trapezoid equals base 1 plus base 2 over 2, all of it over 2, times height. This is the rule. And we're trying to find h. We're trying to find h, the height. Okay. So, we have the first base. What's the value? They said here it maintained this speed, the speed that's here. Look, train maintained at 7:05. Like it said after 5 minutes, so it's 7:05 to reach a speed that it stayed at it the whole time. So it's this for 45 minutes. So the width, or the base, one of the bases is 45 minutes. But look, pay attention, they want it in hours. So it's 45 out of 60, because each hour has 60 minutes, of course we all know, for one of the bases, for base 1. Okay. Now, we have to find the second base. The second base is the entire trip, from here till here, which is 8 minus 7, 8 hours minus 7 hours, 1 hour. So base 2 equals to 1. Okay. So we have the area of the trapezoid is equal to 63. We have base 1, which is equal to 45 over 60, and base 2. Now this is 45 over 60, and this is 1 hour. And now, since we have all the values, we can use it for substitution. So area of, we reuse this rule, which is, I'll just write it here so all of us can see. Base 2 over the 2 times h. Okay, so we have area of trapezoid at 63 is equal to base 1, which is 45 over 60, plus 1 over 2, all of it over 2, and then time all of it times height, which is what we're trying to find. Now let's simplify this, and if we do, wait, 45, I solved it for all of this. We simplify, it's gonna be 7 over 8. So 63 equals to 7 over 8 h. Now you either multiply by the reciprocal or divide by 7 over 8, it's all the same. you're gonna get on both sides, you're gonna get h is equal to 72, and h is being the maximum speed, maximum or no, yeah, the maximum speed. Okay. Now for the next part, average acceleration of the train during the first 5 minutes. To start, we know that the rule for acceleration, which is what they need, is going to be delta V over the difference in time, delta T. And they want it during the first 5 minutes, so it's the start till here, till the first 5 minutes. That's okay. And for V at this point, like this time, we found it. It's 72. So it's going to be delta V meaning final minus initial. So acceleration is going to be V, which is 72, minus the initial velocity, which is 0, minus 0, so just cross out, over T delta T, which 7 hours and 5 minutes minus 7 hours, you're gonna be left with 5 minutes. So it's 5 out of 60. Remember this 60 over 60, remember, because they're always asking for hours, okay? Is equal, when you solve it, 864, which is the answer. Okay, next question. Okay. Okay, so first I'm going to go to the next question to explain exactly what the sigma symbol means. And then what the sigma symbol means, and then we'll go back to the other question to understand why it's 300. So to solve this question, we need to understand that sigma. What does the sigma symbol mean exactly? Yeah, let's say we have 3n plus 2, and it says here n is equal to 1. So what does this mean? I'll just write. Yeah, n is equal to 1. What does this mean? It means that the start, like the first number you're going to start with when solving for the sigma is, you substitute n with 1. And then you go to 2, do the plus, plus, wait, I'll restart, let's never mind. Okay, so to start with the explanation, the sigma symbol means the sum of this equation, like the equation that's next to it, the sum of all of that equation, and n being substituted from this to this. So it's gonna be, we're gonna do like this equation with n being 1 to this same equation with n being 2. You add them, plus this same equation, but the n equals to 3. All of them are added to each other. If you add all of them together, you'll find the answer. Okay, so let's start. بس know that yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna write all of this, it's too much. So بس pretend this is x and then we're trying to find x, yeah, which is this here. Then so we're gonna start with the equation, but n is equal to 2, or no, it's equal to 1. See here, it says equal to 1. So we're gonna start with 1. So 3 times 1 plus 2. And then we're gonna add the equation, but n being 2. So 3, 2 plus 2. And then the same equation until we reach the number above, which is 3. So this is the last one. So imagine like it's continuing here. So plus 3 instead of the n is 3 plus 2. You solve it, you're gonna get the answer. All of that is equal to this. Okay, next. Yeah, I said I was gonna do this question before the previous one. So yeah, let's come back to this question. Why? You'll notice, in the question 14 we had n, but in this one we don't. So let's say 10. This is equal to 10, and then this is equal to 10. When n is 1, what's 10? It's still 10. Plus n is 2, still 10. N is 3, still 10. N is 4, still 10. It's gonna be 10 until it reaches 30 tens. So simply just do like this times this, you're gonna get 300. You're gonna get the answer if it has no n. But if it does have n, like in the equation, which is supposed to be here, if it does have n, then you can't do this. Only do this when there is no n. Okay, question 15 now. So for this question, it's easy. We did it like in one of the previous questions. It's easy. So what we're gonna start with is U5. Instead of U, so we know this is our rule, our equation. Okay. And they're saying they want the value of U5 added plus U2. U10. Okay. So let's start with finding the values of U5 and U10. So start with U5. What did we do here? We substituted the n. So U5 is equal to 2 instead of the n, 5 plus 9 is going to be equal to 19. Now let's find U10. U10 is equal to 2 instead of n. We substitute, we put 10 plus 9 is going to be equal to 29. The question is, what's both of them added? So you add them. It's going to be equal to 48. Okay, next question. Okay, so to start with this question, let's see what's given to us. So we have, consider the sequence un defined by, they gave us u1. u1 is 1, is equal to 1. u2, and then u2 equals to 5. And for n greater than 2, when this n is greater than 2, we use this rule instead. Yeah, this rule. Okay, so يعني u1 and u2 are on their own, and un and when n is greater than 2 we use the rule that's circled. Okay, they want u5. Okay, so let me clear the red. Then they want u5, which to find u5 we need to use this rule again. Wait, I'll keep it circled. This rule, which is 3 un minus 1 un minus 1, which is in our case it's 5, n is 5. So u5 is equal to 3 u5 minus 1, which is 4, plus 4 un, which is 5, minus 2, which is 3. Okay, but first thing you will notice is what is u4 and u3. We need to find them, so we use this here, same rule. To find, but instead of the n we put 4, and instead of the n we put 3. Okay, so let's find 4 عشان يعني descending order flex cooler. زين 3 un minus 1, which in our case it's 4, so 4 minus 1, 3, plus 4 4 minus 2, 2. Okay, now you'll see in u4 we already have u2, it's here, but we still have to find u3. Okay, so u3, same exact thing. un minus 1, which is 3, so 2, plus 4 n minus 2, which is 3, so on. Okay, so let's start with u3, because we have u2 and u1. And u2 and u1, they're both given, so let's start with the first equation. Okay, so u3, I'll just rewrite the equation so we can see it while solving. Okay, so this is our equation, and to find u3 we substitute u2 and u1 with their values, corresponding values. So u3 times u2, which is 5, plus 4 times u1, which is 1. It's going to be equals to 19. Okay, so I'll write it down in the corner. u3 is equal to 19. And now we have, remember the rule for u4, it has u3 and u2, and since now we have u3, wait, let me just write before explaining. Yeah, so you will see here we have to find u4, we need u3 and u2. We already have u2 since it's given, and u3 we just found it. So let's find u4. u4 is equal 3 u3 19 plus 4 u2, which is 5. All of solve and you will get 77. Okay, so u4 is 77. I'll do same thing as last time. 3 equals 19. u4 equals 77. Okay, so now this is the value that we're looking for, u5. 3. So wait, first I was gonna substitute, but first I'll write the rule to remind you. U5 equals 2, 3. Wait, yeah, U. Yeah, I forgot to mention, like, for all of these to find them, yeah, we're using this same rule. So 3UN n minus 1, which is U4, plus 4U n minus 2, which is 5, so it's 3. We found U3 and U4, which they're both here, their values. Okay, U5 is equal to 3 U4, which is 77, plus 4 U3. U3 is here, 19. Solve, you will get U5, which is 307. And U5 is what they're looking for. They're asking for the value of U5, which is 307. So we found the answer. Next question. Okay, so to start with this question, it's simple. Before we start, we need to know this rule. Drawing scale is equal to size on drawing over size in real life. Size in drawing scale equals to size of drawing over, like, the size of the I don't know, the path or anything in the drawing, over the size in real life. Okay, that's the rule for the scale. But what are they asking here? They want to know the actual distance. So they're looking for the size in real. So you can derive from this rule. You do, instead of this, you multiply this side by size in real, and you divide it by this. So it will be equal. So because we're trying to find the size in real life, the actual distance. So the equation for size in real life, size real, is gonna be equal to size on drawing over drawing scale. Okay, so this is our rule that we're gonna use. So now, I'm sure most of us in S, we know what distance means. It's gonna be the sum. It's gonna be the distance of the path that the person took, or no, the length of the path that the person took. This is the path. It's gonna be the length of all of it together. Okay. So first, our rule was that. It's hard to write it, like, so just write it down. I don't, in a paper or something, because it's hard for me to keep it on here. Or no, I'll try to. Wait 1 second. I'll keep it. I'll keep it up here. Size real is equal size over size real equals size drawing over drawing scale. Okay, so we're gonna find this. So for the 2.3 centimeters, it's gonna be 2.3 centimeters. يعني, or no, yeah, okay, in real life, يعني the real size of it would be 2.3 over the drawing scale. So it would be يعني it would be divided by 1 over 200. بس يعني we know in division we flip the fraction. يعني since the scale is 1, يعني it's like a ratio, basically like a ratio, 1 over 200. When you divide, it's gonna be like you're gonna flip it and it's gonna be times 200 instead. يعني so it's gonna be يعني look, yeah, so يعني I'll just remove, يعني it's gonna be divided by 1 over 200. يعني when you flip it, it's gonna be times 200. So when it says drawing scale divided by drawing scale, just put times 200. يعني we found this part. It's just gonna be, this is our rule then. Yeah, for this question specifically. Okay, so 2.3 times 200, it's gonna be equal to 460. We found 2.3 centimeters. It's 360 equals, I mean 460. Okay, now the one, simple, it's just they gave us here 1.5, same exact thing. 1.5, we use our rule that we found. 200 equals to 300 meters. Okay, and now the last one we need to find is 1.2, the value of 1.2 centimeters in real life, which would be 1.2 centimeters times 200 equals to 240. So since we found all the values of each of the lengths, we found all of the values. I'll just write the values here. I'll just write them on the side. 2.3 cm equals to 460 meters. 1 cm, we already have it, it's 200. 1.5, 1.5 is equal to 300 meters, and 1.2 is equal to 240. Okay, now let's add 2.3, which is going to be, instead of the drawing scale, the drawing size, it's going to be the real size. So 460 plus 1 centimeter, which is, we have it here, it's 200. It's 200 plus 1.5. We have it here, 300. 300 plus 1.2, 240, and plus 1.5 again, so two 300s, and then now solve, you'll get your answer. I'll just double check to make sure. 460 plus 200 plus 2 times 300 plus 2. Yeah, this is the correct answer, and that will be it for the video, and thank you for watching. Bye.